Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Counting on Jinger Duggar shades Jessa in latest podcast? Counting on alum Jinger Duggar Volo is back with a new podcast amid her pregnancy with her third child. The 30-year-old mom has been documenting her pregnancy over the past few weeks. Many of her podcasts with Jeremy also relate to her upcoming child. However, some Redditors were surprised when Jinger seemingly shaded her sister Jessa in her latest post. Keep reading to see why. Counting on. Jinger Duggar announces third pregnancy. Last October, Jinger and Jeremy revealed they were expecting a third child. During an interview, the Counting On alums shared that they're super excited about the upcoming addition to their family. Jinger added that her pregnancy is not as big as her previous ones, making her confident that everything will turn out smoothly. The married couple has also revealed that they already know the gender of their third child, but they're planning to host a gender reveal party before revealing it to the public. Jinger shades sister Jessa in latest podcast. Some Redditors discussed Jinger Duggar Volo's latest podcast, in which she and Jeremy talked about home births. According to the Counting On alum, she's not against home birth, but she has her reason as to why she'd prefer giving birth in the hospital. She then mentioned some of her sisters having home births and were later transferred to hospitals due to complications, adding that it was scary. The married couple then talked about the dangers of having home births, especially when the mother needed to make emergency calls when complications happened mid-labor. However, the Reddit user thinks it was a shade to Jinger's sister Jessa, who experienced so many issues, including a scary 48-hour labor, which ultimately forced her to change her plans of natural home birth. Jeremy putting his foot down and saying hell no to a home birth is probably the most sensible thing he's ever done. And shade on Jana for being shady and judgmental toward her for getting an epidural, as if Jana had any room to speak on that. Jessa, Jill, and Joy all tried home births and had to be transferred. My takeaway from this: Jinger, and probably Jessa, don't know what holistic means. I would say Jessa's home births were not holistic. She did not take care of her physical and mental needs. She prioritized her social needs over her physical health. Not only is Jinger shading Jessa and Jana, but also she lost her hillbilly twang. This tells me that she wants to get rid of anything to do with Arkansas regarding her identity. Counting on. Jinger Duggar shares family's first holidays in new home. Aside from her pregnancy, Jinger Duggar Volo has also been documenting their holidays. Recently, the Counting On alum uploaded clips from their new home as they decorate for the Christmas season. She captioned, "Okay, we're officially ready for Christmas." They also have a huge indoor Christmas tree, which they already put up before Thanksgiving. It's unclear if a gender reveal party will be held this month, but some fans speculate that Jinger and Jeremy may wait till next year for the much-awaited reveal. If you are looking for more Duggar family news, come back to TV Shows Ace for all your updates. Counting on Jinger Duggar shades Jessa in latest podcast. The Duggar family has always been a source of fascination for fans, with their public lives often laid bare through their reality TV shows 19 Kids and Counting On. Over the years, family dynamics have been explored in depth, and one of the most talked about relationships within the family is that between sisters Jinger and Jessa Duggar. While the two have often appeared to be supportive of one another, a recent podcast by Jinger has sparked rumors of tension, with some fans wondering if Jinger may have subtly shaded her sister of Jinger's podcast, The Hope We Hold, which she co-hosts with her husband, Jeremy Volo. There were a few remarks that left listeners questioning whether there was an underlying jab at Jessa. The Duggar family has always been known for their traditional values, but as the children have grown and started families of their own, some have begun to adopt different perspectives. Jinger, in particular, has gained attention for her more progressive outlook, including her move to Los Angeles and her evolving views on marriage and parenting. During the podcast, Jinger discussed a range of topics, from her family life to her personal growth and faith. While the conversation was lighthearted, there were moments when Jinger made some pointed comments that seemed to reflect her personal experiences and beliefs, which notably differ from those of her sister Jessa. For instance, Jinger spoke about the importance of balancing personal growth with family life, and how she and Jeremy are intentional about giving each other space to thrive individually. Something that some fans felt was a subtle contrast to the more traditional approach Jessa and her husband, Ben Seawald, take to their relationship. One comment, in particular, stood out to listeners. Jinger mentioned how she had learned to prioritize her own needs and passions alongside her family responsibilities, which some interpreted as a subtle critique of Jessa's often more home-centered approach. Jessa, known for her commitment to raising a large family and adhering to the Duggar family's traditional values, has always made it clear that her role as a wife and mother is her top priority. Jinger's emphasis on personal fulfillment, while not directly aimed at Jessa, seemed to underscore the differences in their lifestyles and parenting philosophies. What fueled the speculation further was the fact that Jessa has been relatively quiet about her own experiences and personal growth. She tends to focus more on her family and less on her individual achievements or goals outside of motherhood, whereas Jinger has embraced a more outward-facing public persona. This contrast between the two sisters, who once appeared to be on similar paths, has become more evident as they've grown older and pursued their own versions of happiness. Jinger's podcast has always been a platform where she openly shares her thoughts and feelings, and it's not uncommon for her to express opinions that might not align with the traditional Duggar family views. However, the podcast also reveals that Jinger is not afraid to speak her mind and challenge long-held beliefs. Whether or not Jinger was intentionally shading Jessa remains unclear, but the differences in their approaches to life and family are certainly becoming more apparent. Ultimately, the tension between Jinger and Jessa could be a natural part of growing up and forging one's own path. While some fans may see Jinger's comments as a subtle shade toward Jessa, it's also possible that she was simply reflecting on her own journey without intending to criticize her sister. Regardless of the intent, the Duggar family remains an intriguing source of entertainment, and the evolving dynamics between the sisters are bound to keep fans speculating. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our Reality TV 24 channel and stay with us.